President Trump might revoke the legal status of thousands of Ukrainians. These Ukrainians sought refuge in the United States after the Russian invasion. The potential policy shift has sparked anxiety and fear among Ukrainian migrants. Many are left wondering about their fate in the country they now call home. This move is part of a broader Trump administration strategy to curtail immigration and tighten border security. Advocates for immigrants criticize it as cruel and inhumane. They argue that it undermines America's commitment to humanitarian aid. Supporters of the policy applaud Trump's decisive action, believing it is necessary to regain control of the country's borders. The potential policy shift has far-reaching implications, impacting the lives of Ukrainian migrants and redefining America's role on the global stage. The coming months will reveal the true extent of this policy change and its impact on those seeking refuge on American soil. Liana Avatizian is a Ukrainian mother who fled to the United States with her 2 young children. They arrived in May 2023, hoping to escape the horrors of the war. Like thousands of others, they were granted temporary legal status under the Biden administration's humanitarian parole program. However, their temporary status is set to expire in May 2025, leaving their future hanging in the balance. Rafi, a former Afghan intelligence officer who aided U.S. forces, faces a similar predicament. He arrived in January 2024, his life in Afghanistan under threat due to his association with the U.S. military. His parole was abruptly revoked in February 2025, despite having an active asylum case and a clean record. These 2 stories highlight the human cost of the Trump administration's immigration policy changes. The uncertainty and fear faced by Liana, Rafi, and countless others paint a bleak picture. Their stories serve as a powerful reminder of the human beings caught in the crosshairs of political decisions. Trump's potential revocation of temporary legal status for Ukrainians is part of a broader crackdown on immigration. Throughout his campaign, Trump vowed to reduce immigration and secure the nation's borders. He argued that previous administrations had been too lenient, allowing for uncontrolled immigration. Upon assuming office, Trump wasted no time in implementing his vision. He enacted policies aimed at curbing both legal and illegal immigration, including the construction of a wall along the US-Mexico border and the reduction of refugee admissions. The potential revocation of temporary legal status for Ukrainians falls within this framework of stricter immigration control. Supporters applaud these moves as necessary steps to protect national interests. Critics argue that they are inhumane and discriminatory, causing unnecessary suffering and undermining America's values. A cloud of uncertainty hangs over the lives of thousands of Ukrainians and other migrants in the United States. Their temporary legal status, a lifeline offered during the previous administration, is now in jeopardy. The Trump administration's potential revocation of these protections has created a climate of fear and anxiety. The timeline for a decision remains unclear, exacerbating the stress for those affected. For individuals like Liana and Rafi, the situation is dire. They face the looming threat of deportation, a reality that would upend their lives and shatter their hopes for a future in America. Beyond the immediate impact on the lives of migrants, it raises questions about America's commitment to human rights and its role on the global stage. The decision to revoke temporary legal status is a statement about America's values and its willingness to offer refuge to those fleeing conflict and persecution. As the deadline for a decision approaches, the fate of thousands hangs in the balance. Their future, once bright with hope, now rests on the shoulders of an administration determined to reshape America's immigration landscape.